my new weekly video of Pokemon X, Y, and Z review. Now that I only watched the first 4 episodes of the new season, I'll just be going over those episodes in this video. But firstly, I want to tell you the gist of what I'll be going over in my weekly review videos. 1. How the episode appealed to me. Now that I'm older, I notice things a bit more than I was younger. And number 2, pointing out the interesting parts in the episode. Seeming that I only got a source to get the videos from, aka YouTube, I'll upload after I watch the video and so forth. Now with that being said, shall we go to the overview of my first episode I watched? Before we speak about the episode, I want to go over the new opening a little bit. The first thing I notice in the start is Ash looking a bit older considering the shading and the camera angles. It makes him look a bit older than intended. I'm sure most of you can notice this by yourselves. Second, I notice that they kind of show off the Mega Evolutions. I'm excited to see them featured in the series. Next thing I notice is that green squishy thing. I already know what it is. Well, what the show can tell me, at least. I think X is a pretty cute Pokemon. Or is it a Pokemon? Anyway, stop right there. Who is that? Who is that? Yes, him. Aline?
It's Alon.
Oh yes, I noticed him right away. I'm guessing he's with Team Flare, but oh, I can't wait to see him more. Anyway, and that's the end of that. I figured I could distract you guys from my fangirl attack. But wait, now I can go over a quick evaluation of the first 4 episodes. Okay, episode 1. From A to Z. Again, this evaluation is going to be pretty short, so I hope you're ready for that. Okay, my overall liking of the video is a good one. It captured my attention at the start, which was really good for me, because if I don't like it at first, I start to taper off and try to do other things. I started off with a slight dark vibe, which I like. I know not all Pokemon episodes, but it sure did click me in really fast. Now for some interesting things in the episode that I found. Okay, the first one is me just pointing out how pervy the Pokemon company is. So Bonnie found Squishy, the new Pokemon, and what does Squishy do? Fill up her shirt. Now look at what it looks like. Don't it look like they made her have boobs in this? No? It's just me? Well, that's one thing I had to point out, because just Pokemon. Why? Last thing is Z/Squishy itself. The show said it's just part of an organism. I can't get the sentence right. Of one organism, which Z1 escaped from Team Flare, or Team Flare's lab, and has some interesting abilities. Being able to feed itself from sunlight, which is technically photosynthesis, like a plant or algae do, which I see this Pokemon representing a cell, considering it is part of another Pokemon. I can't wait to see what this Pokemon has more in store with us for the future. Episode 2, Love Strikes Eevee. Yikes! My thought about this episode as a whole, it was an okay episode. Not really one of the best, considering I felt it was just one of those classic filler episodes, but I thought it did have some good laughs in it. Seeming I did end up laughing at I did end up laughing at Quilladine trying to win Eevee's heart. Now for the interesting parts I found. Oh, how Quilladine spent all its time trying to win Eevee's heart to only fall for a more prettier face, which was Flareon. I wouldn't say he was a total player, but I just found it so funny at the same time. Honestly, that's the only thing I found interesting in that episode. Episode 3, a Giga Battle with Mega Results. My overall opinion of this episode is, it was a fairly good episode, no pun intended. I really enjoyed the Mega Evolution of Articuno. It has that magical girl feeling to it that I sadly like. Yes, even in Pokemon, I want magical girl transformations. And also shows the bond between the Pokemon and the trainer have in order to Mega Evolve, which is interesting between Ardenno and Nurse Joy, seeing how they didn't really get along all that much, and yet they still had a strong bond to Mega Evolve. Maybe it's just Pokemon logic, who knows. On to what I found interesting episode. Assuming I kind of covered it in my overall opinion, I'll just say I found it interesting that Nurse Joy could have Ardenno Mega Evolve, assuming their not so good relationship in the first place. Maybe for that short time, they had to save the other Pokemon. They had to work together. Then after, it seems they get along well. Episode 4, A Fiery Rite of Passage. My overall opinion of this episode, it was an okay episode. I got more of the Lion King nostalgia than anything from it. It seemed like more of the Lion King 2, you know, when Kovu was put to exile, seeming the cub wasn't fully put to that, but it was banned from its pride till it became stronger. Interesting things I found in this episode. This was kind of hard to find anything interesting in the episode, to be honest, but I guess it is interesting how they show how wildlife is in Pokemon. For instance, in this one, the animals in Pokemon act like near to the ones in our real world, etc. Alright, so that was my review of episodes 1 through 4. Stay tuned and subscribe for more review videos in the coming weeks. Catch you all later!